Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, Bears fans. Let's get to the news. There's some serious buzz swirling around the Chicago Bears right now, and it's all about a potential blockbuster move that could reshape the entire NFC North. Rumors are swirling that the Bears might be on the verge of pulling off a major trade to bring in Lavonte David, the veteran linebacker from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, another linebacker. But trust me, this isn't just any linebacker. Lavonte David is a player who could immediately upgrade Chicago's defense, especially at a position that's been a bit of a question mark lately. Let's back up a bit and look at the context. The Bears are in a really interesting spot this season. They've been competitive, showing flashes of that potential we all believed in during the offseason, but injuries have hit them hard, particularly at linebacker. T.J. Edwards has been sidelined with a hand injury, and Tremaine Edmunds has been battling a shoulder issue. That's left Chicago's middle of the defense a little thin, and it's no secret that linebacker depth and experience are crucial for this team's success. So the idea of acquiring Lavonte David isn't just a pipe dream. It's a move that could add much-needed veteran leadership and versatility to that unit. Sources suggest that the Buccaneers are willing to part with Lavonte David for a fourth-round pick, which is pretty reasonable considering Tampa Bay, who's currently sitting at 6'4", is managing its cap space to develop youth and look ahead to the future. Tampa's management is in a bit of a cap crunch, and they're considering this trade as a way to free up some funds and draft capital. The Bucs are also kind of cautious about holding on to aging veterans, especially with the team focusing on a rebuild or retooling phase. So all signs point to this being a real possibility, and it's something that could really shake up the NFC North. Now, let's talk about Lavonte David himself. The guy is a tackling machine. At 35 years old, he still plays with a speed and instinct that's impressive for his age. His profile for 2025 shows that he's been reliable, with 10 games played, recording 55 solo tackles, 25 assists, 15 sacks, and 2 interceptions. His PFF grade of 87.0 speaks volumes about his consistency and impact. Over his career, David has accumulated over 700 solo tackles and nearly 34 sacks, which is no small feat for a linebacker. His ability to cover both the run and the pass makes him a perfect fit for a Bears defense that needs to tighten up against both the ground game and short passes. What makes David particularly intriguing for Chicago is his versatility. He can step into different roles within the defense, providing leadership and stability. His tackling efficiency is outstanding, around 91%, which means he's making most of the plays he's involved in. Plus, his history of creating turnovers, averaging about 1-3 turnovers per game, is exactly what the Bears need to flip the field more often and give Justin Fields more chances to ignite the offense. His durability is also worth noting. He's been on the field for roughly 90% of snaps this season with minimal injuries, which is key for a team looking to add consistency and reliability at linebacker. From a strategic standpoint, bringing in David makes a lot of sense. His impact on the field is measurable, projected to add around 110 tackles if he joins Chicago, and he'd help reduce opponents' rushing yards by about 12%. That's huge considering the Bears focus on stopping the run and forcing teams into third-and-long situations. By strengthening that middle layer, Chicago could see notable improvements in their overall defensive efficiency. His presence would also help offset the loss of Tremaine Edmunds, who's been a key part of the defense but is now dealing with shoulder issues. Having David in the middle would give the Bears a seasoned leader with a high football IQ, someone who can help organize the defense and make sure everyone's aligned. Now, why would Tampa Bay agree to this move? Well, the Buccaneers are currently 6'4", but they're also aware of the need to manage their cap and prepare for the future. Trading David, who commands a cap hit of around $6 million, would free up some space to sign or retain other players, especially as they look to develop their younger talent. The Bucs are also considering the long-term picture. While David still plays at a high level, They might prefer to allocate resources elsewhere for the next phase of their rebuild. The trade would be a win-win. Tampa gets some draft capital to help build for the future, and Chicago gets an upgrade that can make an immediate impact. For the Bears, the potential addition of Lavonte David could be a game-changer. His experience and leadership could elevate the entire defense, especially with the playoff push heating up. Chicago's defense has shown moments of brilliance, but has also struggled with consistency. Adding a veteran like David could be the spark needed to turn those flashes into sustained excellence. Imagine him alongside Tremaine Edmonds once he's back healthy, creating a formidable linebacker duo that can cover all the bases, stopping the run, covering tight ends, and blitzing the quarterback. Looking ahead, this move could also have implications for the Bears' chances at making a deep playoff run, maybe even reaching Super Bowl LX. Odds have already shifted somewhat, initially at +20-0, now moving towards +12-0, because teams that bolster their defense at this stage often find a way to elevate their game when it matters most. Lavonte David's presence could be the X factor that helps Chicago gain that extra edge in close games, especially in the postseason, where every play matters. His knack for creating turnovers and making clutch tackles is exactly what playoff teams need to succeed. And of course, fans are already buzzing about the possibility. Many are optimistic about this move, imagining a Bears defense that's more aggressive, disciplined, and capable of forcing turnovers. The idea of adding a player of David's caliber, who's been to multiple Pro Bowls and has a reputation for consistency, is exciting. It's a move that shows the Bears are serious about competing now and building a roster capable of contending for a Super Bowl sooner rather than later. Of course, some skeptics might point out that trading a fourth-round pick isn't a blockbuster deal, and there's always risk involved with integrating a veteran into a team mid-season. But for Bears fans who want to see their team take a bold step forward, this is exactly the kind of move that could pay dividends. The defense has been solid at times, but needs that extra punch to close out games and turn the tide against NFC powerhouses. Lavonte David could be the piece that cements that effort and sets the tone for the rest of the season and beyond. In conclusion, this rumored trade has all the makings of a bold, strategic move that could define the Chicago Bears season. It's about adding veteran leadership, improving the run defense, and creating a more aggressive, turnover-generating unit that can keep pace with the league's top offenses. Whether it comes to fruition or not, it's clear that the Bears are thinking big and looking to make moves that will leave a lasting impact. The NFC North is already competitive, but with a potential addition like Lavonte David, Chicago could be setting itself up for a serious playoff push. Fans, get ready, things are heating up, and this could be the move that propels your team into the postseason with a real shot at Super Bowl glory. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Are you excited about adding Lavonte David to the roster? Do you believe it could be the boost Chicago needs to make a serious run? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters, not just to us, but to the whole Bears nation. And remember, I'll be back soon with more updates and breaking news, so stay tuned. The Bears are on the move, and this season could turn out to be one of the most exciting yet. Let's keep the faith and stay loud for our team. Bear down.